Hello everyone, this is Ashu Shukla. Today here in front of you all to discuss regarding the very dangerous topic in the recent times in India, which is very disturbing on a daily basis, as we hear in the various news platforms, news columns, newspapers, etc. So, the topic for today's discussion is regarding digital arrest fraud in India, which is what we can call is making disturb people and leading towards the mental agony and various suicidal attempts. Its constitutional protections, criminal law provisions, and emerging judicial trends, which are to be discussed and make people aware in the light of this very scam which is taking place in a very large domain. So, what is actually digital arrest fraud, which is done by the cyber criminals exploiting artificial intelligence and fear to mimic law enforcement in India actually. As we all know, India's expanding digital ecosystem, while transformative, has also opened the floodgates to a new generation of crimes. One of the most dangerous of its being is digital arrest fraud. In other words, we can also say it that in today's modern times, it has been a digital robbery committed by the cyber criminals. This cybercrime involves actually fraudsters who are impersonating law enforcement agencies, investigating authorities, and falsely accusing individuals of offenses such as money laundering, cyber pornography, or drug smuggling, etc. So there is a very wider areas of these particular crimes which are taking place in the sake of digital in the sake of this digital arrest. These impulse what is actually now this digital arrest. So in this kind of digital scam, these impersonators initiate video or phone calls, I am sitting in front of you as impersonating as an investigating authority or police officials, just same as like they are in their uniform, and all of the demeanor they are around their office, and impersonating themselves as police officials, investigating officials, enforcement agencies, etc. and etc. So they often used forged documents or deepfake visuals and threaten the target with the immediate digital arrest. So there, the person who is sitting next to the scammer or the fraudster gets kind of a digital arrest, and with the immediate digital arrest unless a bribe or bail amount is paid. In some of the cases we have seen entire syndicates, all of the groups operating across states, different states, targeting vulnerable individuals. Recent cases, especially from West Bengal, where life imprisonment was also awarded under this increasing judicial sensitivity to such crimes. Now, the central government and state governments have also initiated different platforms to make aware people regarding this digital arrest, which is very dangerous crime. And the most disturbing element is that not only the people who are illiterate, many of the literate people who are very well educated, like service people, officials, even the bureaucrats. Some of the bureaucrats have also been the victims of this kind of digital arrest fraud, and they have duped not even lakhs, in crores of rupees, which is very dangerous and actually what kind of modus operandi and the real life incidents are taking place. So this digital arrest fraud typically starts with a call or message impersonating a police officer, CBI official, ED official, and the victim is falsely accused of heinous crimes and pressured to attend a fabricated or virtual hearing, face arrest, that is we can say. And also psychological manipulation is central to this tactic, using deepfake videos, spot official numbers, and fake notices to appear legitimate. A high profile cases have also been seen in the recent times. For example, in April 2024, a multi-layered digital arrest syndicate was caused. A Kolkata businessman was contacted via WhatsApp video by fraudsters claiming to be from the CBI and was accused of illegal cryptocurrency dealings. He was threatened with digital arrest unless he paid 50 lakhs as bail amount. Under psychological distress, he complied but later filed a complaint. So, these are the basic modus operandi used by the cyber criminals in the sake of this digital arrest. Now, the police authorities and the cyber crime teams have also been much aware about the incidents and making people aware about the this kind of digital arrest, because none of the police officials or the investigative authorities call people such a way to deal with the matters relating to the cyber crimes and other crimes taken. But they are the modus operandi used by the official police officers is like that ki they call in the police station and then the investigation takes place and all other formalities takes place in the entire police station. So what are the constitutional framework and digital rights? Digital arrest fraud directly violates core tenets of Indian constitution, such as Article 21. As we all know, it guarantees every individual the right to life and personal liberty, including protection from arbitrary arrest and coercion, whether by a state or by fraudulent actors impersonating state agents. When individuals are deceived into believing they are under arrest without due process, their constitutional liberty is effectively nullified. Also, further, Article 20, which protects individuals from self incrimination and ensures conviction only by due legal authority and due process of law. Such frauds also infringe upon a person's right to dignity and privacy, as we also know that it has been held by Honorable Supreme Court in the case of Justice K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India 2017, where the right to privacy was affirmed as integral to Article 21. Now, after constitutional perspectives, what are the statutory and criminal law framework in India basically? There's For this, I would like to tell that there's no law specifically which deals or defines or addresses this digital arrest scam. Several statutory provisions apply to crimes associated with such fraud. For example, in Indian Penal Code now, Bharati Nyaya Sanhita, and IT Act, which is Information Technology Act. Information Technology Act 2000 basically contains relevant provisions and sections. For example, Section 66D, which states that cheating by personating using a computer resource punishable by up to 3 years imprisonment and fine. Also, Section 66C, which talks about identity theft, and Section 67, use of obscene content and fabricating digital evidence to threaten victims. So these are the basic provisions which are dealing with the digital arrest in an indirect way. There's no specific law or statutory recognition till now in India which deals directly with the digital arrest or the fraud or the scams which are taking place. This kinds of crimes are being registered under these statutory provisions of IT Act, and also there are various provisions under IPC, Indian Penal Code, such as Section 419, which talks about cheating by personation, Section 420, which talks about cheating and dishonestly inducing delivery of property, Section 467, forgery of valuable security, and Section 468, forgery for purpose of cheating. The Bharati Nyaya Sanhita, now as we all know, new criminal laws are being enforced in India, which has updated similar provisions as like in IPC, like clause 317, 318, and 336 are being invoked to address these cyber crimes and digital arrest. So now, what are the judicial interpretations and case law? The judiciary has been and begun to take digital arrest frauds very seriously, especially given its implication for public trust in law enforcement. For example, if we can talk, so Honorable Supreme Court in State of West Bengal versus Abhijit Roy 2024, the court handed a life imprisonment to the mastermind of a pan-India digital arrest racket. Similarly, in the case of Ritu Mehra versus Union of India, the Delhi High Court dealt with the issue of deepfake technology being used to impersonate judges and police officials during a digital arrest scam. So these are the various case laws which have dealt in the recent times to address these digital arrest and interpret their own legal mandate regarding the digital arrest. So now, what are the policy and regulatory measures we can talk? As we can all see, the state government and central government is also taking its measure. The Ministry of Home Affairs has taken proactive steps in this kind of digital arrest through the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center to combat rising cybercrime. Citizens are encouraged to report such incidents on the dedicated 1930 cyber fraud helpline, which has been issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs. However, enforcement remains inconsistent across states, and many police departments are yet to receive adequate training in cyber forensic. That is more importantly to deal with the cyber arrest and digital fraud mechanisms, because the officials need to be trained very well in these kinds of technological crimes which are taking place. So also the telecom regulatory authorities, TRA, for example, TRAI has advised telecom providers to tighten caller ID authentication systems. Now, this was all about the constitutional aspects, criminal law aspects, and other areas of the digital arrest fraud, that how are the law enforcement agencies and the government is making efforts to deal with these digital arrest processes. What is the need to for reform and the way forward? See, India's criminal justice system must evolve in tandem and technological advancements. Now, at least, there is an urgent need to enact a law targeting with digital impersonation of public officials, because there is no such law dealing with the digital arrest fraud. Such a law must include specific penalties for impersonating judicial, police, or enforcement authorities using artificial intelligence tools. Very strict provisions have to be entailed in these laws. Additionally, AI governance and digital forensic capabilities must be strengthened through state funded infrastructure, and different state police teams should be created for dealing with these kind of digital arrest and cyber crimes, and they must get very well trained about the technological advancement and different kinds of crimes being taken place. So my view in regard is that digital arrest fraud now represents a modern form of coercion that blends technology, deception, and psychological pressures to the people. As we all know that it has been due to people's in money in a large amount. So it threatens not only actually individuals liberty, but also the credibility of India's democratic institutions. While constitutional rights under article 2021 offer protections, their enforcement in the digital realm remains underdeveloped. The imposition of life imprisonment in recent cases like the West Bengal judgment sends a very clear message that digital arrest fraud, when it erodes institutional trust and personal liberty, deserves harshest punishment. So, my in today's discussion regarding this topic is that people should be more aware, and governments and different investigating police authorities must make aware people in the all sectors to be aware about such constitutional protections, criminal law protections, and make them aware that the police and investigating authorities do not inquire or investigate such like calling people or making video calls, and all these tactics which are used by the cyber criminals. So this is all about today's session regarding digital arrest. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.